Hello everybody, this is Hammer Striker here. Today I've got the ATN BlazeSeeker 210 thermal monocular. This is a handheld device. This is meant to be used to hold in your hand and used for spotting or anything else, but it's thermal. So instead of being infrared or being regular white light, visible light, this is thermal. Now it does detect infrared signatures, but it's not like an infrared security camera, for example. Comes with a few things. It comes with the device that's sitting here in my hand. It comes with an eyepiece that you can put on that will shield the light escaping. It also comes with a wrist strap and kind of like a neck strap like you would with the binoculars. And it comes with this pouch to carry it in, which also is designed to be able to sit on a belt. So it comes with all the different ways you may want to carry it or use it. Now it's supposed to come with a USB-C cable to charge it. It didn't. This one didn't. And so I ended up I bought this cable. And any USB-C cable will work with it. That was supposed to be in the box and it wasn't. So that was a bit of a packaging defect. The key to this is it's simple to use. It's got up to an 8-hour battery life. It's 256 by 192 resolution, which as thermal devices go is kind of on the lower side of normal. There are some that are significantly lower than this, but for example, there's a thermal camera that I did a review on not too long ago, and it has higher resolution. But there is an important note. This is designed to be a spotting scope, and by the way, this does sit closed properly. It pops open easily. That protects the front lens. This is designed to be a spotting scope. So unlike a thermal camera that has a wide field of view, like 57 degrees, that you would use to take images of, let's say, a roof or something like that, this is more focused on spotting. So it has a 17-degree base field of view. So all that resolution is packed into a smaller area. Actually, the images are sharper on this than they are on the camera. It also has zoom, so it has 1.5 base zoom, and there's also a variant of this that's a little less expensive that is 1x base zoom. This will zoom out to 12x. The base version only goes out to 8.8. So you've got a little bit more zoom on this version of it. From an MSRP perspective, the lower zoom version is $439 MSRP. The one in my hand is $529 MSRP. And it claims a 460-yard detection range. And the one thing you look at with any of these types of optics, spotting type optics, you've got a detection range and an identification range. Detection range is you can see there's something there. Identification range, you can identify what it is. I don't see a quoted identification range for this, but a 460-yard detection range, that's pretty good out there. Generally, detection range is a noticeably shorter distance where there's enough of the thing that you're seeing visible to actually say, oh, that's a cat, or that's a coyote, or that's a hog, whatever it is. So once I uncover the lens, and you're not going to be able to see this at all, but there's an 800 by 600 OLED screen in there that you would be looking at. And because you're going to use this as a spotting scope, you're going to hold it up in front of your eyes or in front of your glasses. And it does have a diopter adjustment. You can adjust this ring to adjust the focus of that to account for like prescription lenses or things like that. The good news is this comes with an app. And by the way, that screen is actually quite sharp. This does come with an app, and I've got it connected to this tablet. So instead of trying to show you on that screen, which is going to be near impossible with a camera, I'm going to show you on the app. So what I've got right here are some images I took of the pool area. And you can see there's a bunch of foliage back there, and then this thing right here is part of the screen cage, and then this is a spa. And the spa is not currently running, so the water is at whatever ambient temperature is. It's getting into fall in Florida. The water temperature is probably in the 80-degree-ish territory, probably a little less than that. But you can see you have black hot, white hot, and that just determines what you've got as far as if black hot means the things that are hotter are black, the things that are cooler are white, and then of course white hot is the reverse. Sepia, green hot. Alarm basically kind of highlights things that differ more than the rest. And then what I did is I took different pictures at the different zooms. So this is full zoom. And then as I start zooming out, you'll see that you can see more and more of it, but at a little bit less detail. Took some images of a convection oven. So this oven's a convection oven. I turned it on and let it run for 30 seconds. So the oven didn't get hot, but the heating elements did. This is the convection fan assembly at the back of the oven, and I'm standing at the other end of the kitchen. And that right there, what you see here, is actually the reflection of the heating element. So it's got a ceiling heating element. That element is reflecting on the door. So the infrared signature from that element is reflecting off the glass of the door, which is actually pretty cool. And this is a close-up of that fan assembly. So you can see it's actually pretty detailed. Now, I'm going to try to operate this tablet. Say it's turned away from me. So your options are, you can go into the gallery, which is where I was, and you can go into streaming. And if I go into streaming, what I'm doing now is I'm getting a live view from the device. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this thing around, and I'm going to point it at my hand. Zoom out a little bit. Right now I have it set to black hot. So let me cycle it. This is the iron red. I'll cycle it again. This is the alarm. So what it's highlighting is things that are noticeably different than the rest of it. Sorry if I can get my hand a little more in the field of view. Green hot, sepia, and white hot. So you actually get a pretty good view of whatever the thing is you're looking at. I'll even point it at the monitor. And so this is the monitor at the end of the table that we use to make sure things are in focus. And what you're actually seeing is a reflection of my thermal signature on the screen of the monitor, as well as heat generated by the monitor. It's that sensitive. The other thing you'll notice is there's a compass at the bottom of the screen. And because this is, kind of a spotting device meant to be used for hunting, so there is the compass. Overall, it's got an 8-hour reported battery life, and should actually serve well for that purpose. The BlazeSeeker that I've got in my hand is the entry to the Blaze series. There's another one above it, but it's roughly twice the price. It does have higher resolution and a little bit more detail, but for most purposes, this one's actually going to do pretty well. So the last thing I'll do is I'll go briefly over the major controls of this little 9.6 ounce device. This button, you probably saw me hitting it. It cycles between the various palettes, so white, hot, sepia, etc. This one cycles through the zoom. It cycles up to max zoom, and then next time you hit it, it goes to minimum zoom. This one will either take a picture. If you just click it quickly, like that, it'll take a picture. If you do a long press, it will start video, and then another long press will stop video. And it's recording it to its onboard memory, which is 16 gig. And then you can either connect it to a computer with the USB cable, or you could use that app to retrieve the images and videos that you've taken. So it allows you to record what you're seeing out in the field, or either with video or pictures like I did, to kind of demonstrate its capabilities. Seems to be well constructed. It fits well in the hand. This little here is the power switch. Press and hold that to turn it on, press and hold that to turn it off. It does have the ability to mount it on a tripod, and then this little cover is for the USB. And as I mentioned earlier, it's IP67 rated, so it's designed to be more tolerant of being around water and dust than, let's say, a digital camera, because usually the conditions you're going to use something like this in are a little more hostile. But overall, it's just a nice, compact, well-designed device. This cover that comes with it that you saw. And then, of course, I showed you the business end earlier and the display screen. And on this side, it tells you which model you've got. So this is the 1.5 to 12x. So if you're looking for a spotting scope, a thermal spotting scope for your personal use, or you're looking for a gift for an outdoorsman in your world, this would be a good choice. I've had other ATN products. They're pretty reliable. The anomaly of them not including the cable, that's unusual for them. Generally, the things that are supposed to be in the box are in the box. That's the first time encounter that I've had that. And it was easy to fix. I just bought a $10 Belkin cable and the problem went away. Beyond that, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, click that bell to be notified if you do. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Player, Rumble. We're pretty much everywhere. And thank you.